Okay, so today we're going to learn about measurement conversions. A lot of you guys have already encountered this on ExactPath, but it says metric measurement is a system of measurement used worldwide. It includes units such as meters, grams, and liters. Okay, customary measurement. This is only primarily used in the U.S., so like inches, feet, yards, miles, ounces, pounds, everything that something is usually measured in the U.S. is measured in customary. Okay, conversions is being able to change one unit of measurement to another. Linear measurement is the length of objects or distances in a straight line. Weight is how heavy something is, and capacity is the amount of space inside a container. So we're talking about like volume, like a box, a cylinder, like a can, an ice cream cone, a sphere, like a soccer ball. Okay. All right. So we're going to use this conversion chart. And you can kind of see that we start with inches. 12 inches make a foot. 3 feet make a yard. And 1,060 yards make a mile. Okay. And to go backwards here, we just, we times it. Okay. All right. So let's get started. So you have 2 yards, right? So 2 yards, looking here, is how many feet are in a yard. Okay. So 1 yard has 3 feet. Okay. So you have 2 here, right? And you're going here. Excuse me. Yeah. 3 feet is 1 yard. Okay. So you have 2 yards, right? So you're doing 2 times 3 and you get 6. Okay. The next one, you have 5 miles. Okay. So you're starting here with 5, right? And then you're going to yards. Okay. So you're going from here to here. So that means you're going to take the 5. Okay. And we're going to multiply that 5 by 1,760. Okay. So 6 times 5 is 0, carry the 3. 5 times 3 is 35, plus 3 is that 38. And then 1 times 5 is 5, plus 3 is 8. Okay, so this is going to be 8,800. All right, so you have 9 feet, right? And you're going to yards, okay? So if you have 9 of these, right, you divide by 3, okay? And 9 divided by 3 is 3, okay? So 9 feet is 3 yards. You got 3 feet and you're going to inches, okay? So you have 3 feet, and that means that you're going this way. So you do 3 times 12, okay? 3 times 12, and that's going to give you 36. All right, the next one is 36 inches, okay? So you're going from inches to feet, which means you're going to divide, okay? So 36 divided by 12 is 3, so that's 3 feet. All right, and then I have 7,040 yards is how many miles, okay? All right, so for this one, so you have 1,760, right? Is like how many yards are in 1 mile. So then 2 yards is 3,520. 3 yards is 5,280. So this is going to be 4. What? Okay, so you have 7,040 yards. Okay, so I know that if I start with 1,760, right, that's 1 mile. Okay. So this is 2 miles because it's double. This is 3 miles because I tripled that number. So this is 4 miles. Okay. So 7,040 yards is 4 miles. And all I did was I took 1,760 and I multiplied it by 2, by 3, and by 4. All right. So now it says choose the correct measurement for each object. All right. So the distance between 2 cities, those are going to be miles. So that's D. A marker is A, so those are inches. A classroom, you can measure that in yards. So I would say that's C. And then the student, I would measure that in feet, so that would be V. All right. So now let's look at, so you have millimeters to centimeters to meters to kilometers. Okay. And then if you go backwards, so if you go from millimeters to kilometers, okay, it's dividing, and if you're going the opposite way, you are multiplying. All right, so the first one, so you have 25 centimeters, right? And you're going from centimeters, okay, to millimeters. So that means you're going from 25, 3 times and by 10. So this means this is going to be 250. Okay. The next one, let's go down. So we're going from meters to centimeters. So I'm going to times by 100. So I'm going to add 2 zeros on here. So this is going to be 38,400. Okay. 38,400 centimeters. Okay. The next one, we got 58 kilometers. And I'm going from kilometers to meters. So I am timesing by 1,000. I'm going to add 3 zeros here. So I'm going to get 58,000. Okay. 58,000. Here I'm going from 290 to 290 millimeters to centimeters. That means I'm dividing. Okay. So I'm going to do 29 divided by 10, which is going to take away 1 0. So that's going to be 29. The next one, we got 1,900. So 1,900 centimeters equals how many meters? So you going from centimeters to meters. That means you're dividing by 100. So that means I'm going to take away 2 zeros here. So this is going to be 19. And then you're going from 98,000 meters to kilometers. So I'm going to divide. So 1,000 has 3 zeros. So that means I'm going to take away 3 zeros here. So when I do 98,000 divided by 1,000, I'll get 98. Okay. Choose the correct unit to measure for each object. So the distance between 2 cities, I would use kilometers or kilometers. An ant, I would use centimeters to measure an ant, okay? Because it says the width of a paper clip, and I can compare that to an ant. Like football fields, I can compare that to cities. Kitchen table, kind of like a door. So I would say that's meters. And the width of this paper, that's like the thickness of a credit card. So that's going to be millimeters, okay? So this is actually A, my bad. This is meters, so this is C. Sorry about that. All right. So now let's look at down here. So we're looking at ounces, pounds, and tons, okay? So if we have 96 ounces, okay, then we take the 96 and we divide it by 16. And so that's going to give you 6 pounds. 6 pounds. For this one, I'm taking 9 pounds. Okay, 9 pounds. And I'm going to ounces. So that means I'm doing 9 times 16. Okay. And that's going to be 144. All right. For here, I'm going from 23 tons to pounds. So basically, I know that 23 times 2 would be 46, right? So I know if I do 23 times 2,000, that's going to be 46,000 pounds. Okay. So I go from 6,000 pounds, right, to tons. So that means I'm going to take 6,000 and divide it by 2,000, or like 6 divided by 2, right? Because all of those zeros are going to cancel out basically. So this is going to be 3 tons. 14 tons, okay? You went from 14 tons to pounds, okay? So what's 14 times 2? Okay, 14 times 2 is 28. So what is 14 times 2,000? That's going to be 28,000, all right? If you have 64 ounces of something, right, and you're going to pounds, you can divide that by 16. So if you do 64 divided by 16, you're going to get 4 pounds. So 64 ounces equals 4 pounds. Okay, it says choose the correct unit of measure for each object. Let's see, what do I have here? For a bowling ball, I put pounds. A strawberry, I put ounces. A school bus, I put a ton, and I put a ton for an elephant. For a crayon, I put an ounce, and then for a student, put pounds. Okay. All right. So I will come back with the video for the next page.